Hey everyone, Alyssa here. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video all about how I organize my albums. I get asked a lot, are you a Project Life scrapper? Are you a 12 by 12 scrapper? Do you do mini albums? And the answer is yes, I do it all, but I kind of have a system, and it has been something that's kind of evolved over time. When I first started, I did exclusively 12 by 12 other than the occasional gift album. And as time has gone on, I've kind of found my groove and I figured out what works for me. And it's a little different than maybe what the average scrapbooker does. And so I thought it would be kind of interesting to kind of show you what I do. And maybe this will inspire you to try something new, or maybe that you'll find that this is a good fit for you too. Or maybe you'll go, yeah, I'm never doing that. And that's totally okay. Because the whole point is for us all to be doing what makes us happy, right? To find our groove and what works for us and our photos. Okay, so I tried a couple of years ago, very unsuccessfully, to do an entire album that was pocket pages. And the reason that I tried to do the pocket pages is twofold. Number one, I tend to be a 1 or 2 photos on a layout type of scrapbooker. And so I was finding that there were a lot of photos that I wanted to include that weren't making it onto my layouts. And I thought, well, if I do pocket pages, lots more opportunity for photos, right? The other thing is I am a horrible journaler. Horrible. Like confession time, like I completely stink at journaling. But I recognize the importance of having journaling with my photos so that future generations can see exactly what was going on. They can understand what was happening or hear my thoughts, you know, like my children, my grandchildren hearing what I was thinking, what my observations were about a particular event. So when I tried to do this Project Life album, my thought kind of was exactly that. Like, I'll get more journaling in because I'll have all these little spaces to fill up, right? So what happened is I did about 3 Project Life spreads, and I was so completely bored out of my mind because I didn't have the space to explore the techniques that I do in a 12 by 12. So here's what I came up with. I do an album, week by week. I do a spread for each week that is a 12 by 12 layout on one side with my favorite photo from that week. And then I do a Project Life spread or a pocket page on the other side that has the rest of the photos and the journaling. And so this takes the pressure off of me feeling like I have to journal on my layouts when that doesn't come naturally to me, because the journaling goes here on the opposing pocket page. It also lets me put in all the rest of the photos from the week that I wanted to include, but like maybe weren't 12 by 12 photo worthy, right? Or 12 by 12 layout worthy. And so while I do the 12 by 12 with whatever supplies I'm inspired by or want to use or I'm using for a design team, whatever it is. And then I do the opposing pocket page while I still have all of those supplies out. And then I put my date on that pocket page side. And it kind of allows me the creative freedom to do whatever I want over here on the 12 by 12 side, but incorporate all those necessary elements that I really do want in my albums on the other side. Okay, so then I also do an album for each of my kids, and basically it's probably a 3 to 5 year album. The only things I put in there are special events or like when I get that really amazing picture and I'm like, this has to go in their album, right? And so they get a special layout for those that don't have the pocket pages, and those go in their album. So when it's all said and done, there's going to be 2 3-ring albums for each year. I fill up one about every 6 months, and then they will each have a couple, maybe 2, 3, 4 albums that is exclusively theirs. Make sense? All right, I'm going to do a little flip through for you of my current album that I'm working on. I have probably, I think, about 12 pages, 12 layouts and 12 pocket pages in this album. So we'll do a little flip through just so you can see what that looks like. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, like, comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you later. It's a Hobby Lobby. It goes with one of the Maggie Holmes collections, I believe, and so I guess that makes it an American Crafts 3-ring binder. It's huge, and this will last me about 6 months, like I said. So I haven't yet actually created a title page or a front page. I usually do. I will put like something about where we were living, how old everybody is, and the dates of the album here in the front. And then this is how I put my albums together. So I pick my favorite picture from the week, like I said, and make a 12 by 12 out of it. This is using Kaiser Craft, pretty old collection. And actually these leaves, I was just making more of them last night, and I'm going to do a video in my coming series, which is called Mixed Media for the Not Messy, and or Not Messy Mixed Media, and I'll show you how I make those. But then I just, before I put everything away, I make a pocket page. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad there. I make a pocket page with lots of journaling and the rest of the photos from that same week, and then I date up here. So like I mentioned, there's no title, no journaling, there's no date, nothing over here. It's all over here because I just generally don't think to add those things to my layouts, or I just don't like the aesthetic of it, which is weird, I know, but so this is kind of my solution. So again, picked my favorite picture from the week, scrapbooked it, used coordinating supplies on